Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will show you how to blend the image into the background. I will discuss the key points to remember when joining two or more images. So this is the background that we created last time. We will place these images at the center. This is the model that we will be using. As you can see, it's already been cut out. This is the original image. I will create another video on how I deep etch this using pen tool. But for now, let's focus on the photo manipulation. So press shortcut key V for move tool, then drag this on this file. So let's decrease the size. First tip in joining two images is they should have the same perspective. She is looking down on the camera, meaning the camera is at a lower area pointing towards her face. So we need to adjust the background for her, and we already did that in part 1. So let's insert the alien here. There. Let's put it on her back by bringing this layer down. In part 1, we widen the lower part of the background and narrow the upper part because we want the background to be the same perspective as the main character. We want her to look like that she really is standing there. I forgot to tell you that what we're doing now might not be exactly the same with the reference photo, because I didn't list the exact position of these images and some adjustments used in the reference photo. So we are finding the right place for these two. I want to adjust the background, maybe size it down. So let's click this BG folder. This is why you need to organize your layers and group it. Separate and group the layers and adjustments that are connected so that when you move it or resize, you don't need to search and click for the layers individually. So let's hide the model and focus on the alien first. Let's name this monster. First, we need its ankles fall down a little bit. We don't want it to look like a ballerina. It's doing too much. So we're going to use liquify for this. So let's pull that ankles down. And pull this to the side. Okay. So we want the girl to be nearly at the center, but still half of the alien can be seen on the center of the road. Let's make a folder for this. Let's name this also monster. Second tip is add shadow. Shadow doesn't really need to be exactly the same as the shape of the body. It depends on the position of the light and how strong that light is. For this, the street light is positioned at its top on the left side, so we need to paint black below its feet. And on the right side. I am using a Wacom tablet, so if you are using a mouse, you need to lower down the opacity and flow, and turn on the airbrush. We also need to paint a little bit of black under its arms. Tip number 3, observe the difference between your two images, then use adjustments. What I meant is the color of your background, or the sky against the color of the alien. Not only the color but also the lighting. As you notice, the alien is a 3D object and it looked weird standing there. We want this to be less cartoonish. So what I did here is apply a black and white color gradient map and clip it to the alien monster layer by pressing Alt and clicking on the center of these two layers, or just clicking this button here. Select the layer mask and paint black here on its hands. We need that red color back, so brush lightly. There. Now duplicate this, then paint on its hands again. We need the red color back, but we still need a little bit of gradient map over it. There. So because the main color of the background is black and blue, we also need that color to reflect on this alien's monster here. For that, let's click this adjustment button here, solid color, then select a navy color. This color, hit OK. Then change blend mode to overlay. Clip this. Then lower the opacity to 66, then fill to 62. Let's adjust the solid color. Okay. 15:15:3A. Hit OK. Then the next thing we need to do is add brightness and contrast adjustments. So decrease brightness to -33. Then increase contrast to 37. We need to clip this too. I think we need to decrease the opacity. Okay. So as you can see in the background, there are neon lights around. So we need that also to reflect on the alien's skin. So here, since this is a red light, we also need to paint red around here. So add a new layer, then clip this to the monster so that the paint will only be visible on the alien monster's body. Pick this red color, then paint lightly on its arms. Okay, that's too strong. Let's decrease the opacity and glow. Okay, like that. Paint also on this side of the head and here. Now some yellow here. Then here, let's paint a little bit of yellow and green around here. Pink here. Then here's green. Now we want to add more shadow under his arm. Also here. We need to imagine where light should hit. Now we are going to add red eyes. So let's add another layer. Let's just pick this red color here. Let's increase the opacity and fill to 100%. There. Add a yellowish white color in the center. Just a little bit. Like that. There, that looks good. Okay, now we will start editing our main model. This girl. But first, I think the hands of the alien here is still too dark. Let me just fix that. Okay, now let's create a new folder. Let's call this model. Let's put this in. So we are also going to apply the 3 tips that I said on this model. Tip number 1 is done, so we are going to jump to tip number 2, add shadows. Add a new layer, name this shadow, then put this under the model's layer. Paint black here. We also need to paint black on her shoes. Add a new layer, then clip this on the model's layer. Then name this shadow shoes. Okay, now let's do the tip number 3. Add a gradient map. Then clip this. Then click this. Then this. Then type this here. 020211. Now for the right side, E5, E8, FP. Then decrease the opacity to 65% and fill to 77%. It's different on every image on how you approach it. Different adjustments to use. You'll need to experiment with different adjustments to see what you need. So we need a little bit of her original color back on her skin. Let's decrease the opacity and flow of the brush, then paint black on her face and hands. Okay. Now what we're going to do is add contrast on her outfit. To do that, add curves adjustment. Clip this, then near here at the center, pull this down. Then this, pull this up. Press Command or Control I, make sure the layers mask is selected. Paint white on dark areas of her outfit. Also her hair and face. Paint the gun also. Paint only these dark lines or areas. Okay, now we want this print on the gun to go away. So we're just going to use the shadow shoes layer for this. Pick the color of the gun, then paint here. Okay, I want to take out this extra cloth here. For that, let's use pen tool. Then right click, make selection, then hit OK. Select the model layer, then click the layers mask down here. Great! Okay, now I think we'll just round this area of her body using Liquify. Now we're done! Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope I'll see you in my next video creating a hologram. Bye!